Hello Facebook, it's Gary Weaving here, the founder and CEO of Forgotten Veterans UK. I haven't done a live feed properly for a week or two. We've been extremely busy, so I wanted just to say hi, mention some of the things that we've been doing, thank people for what they've done to help and support us this year, and just wish everyone the best of luck for next year, really. So show me if you're here. Hello, Nick Hollis, lovely to see you, Nick. Anyone else? Come on, tip up, present yourself. Anyway, we've had quite a year, I think, and the truth is, this year was bigger than last year, and last year was bigger than the year before. And as the time is going on by, we're getting better at this. We're getting bigger. We are getting more professional, more slick, and helping even more people. This year, the Fort Cumberland, the respite retreat, snuck up on us. Yes, it was my plan. Yes, I did go and ask for land and help from the council, because I'm in great favour with some of the council leaders there, but thought they were never going to be able to help. And when they brought the fort to my attention, we couldn't believe our luck. So, we had to rush to get it ready. It was a hard graft. We learnt a lot. Working with Historic England, isn't slapdash. Everything has to be done exactly the way it's meant to be. We come through that without upsetting anyone, just about. So that gives us a great amount of experience with them. And I've sort of got a secret. We're going to see Fort 2 in Scotland. Scottish Heritage have been in touch and absolutely love what we're doing and the way we're doing it. So in the new year, they're coming down to have a look at the fort. They've been banding some names about up there, like places. And we'll ask the public, we'll ask you, where in Scotland do you need this? Tell us where you need it, and we'll find somewhere and we'll create it. So exciting times for next year, but I am not paying for it out of my own personal pocket this time, because that's been quite stressful, as you can imagine. My Mrs. Weaving is an absolute star, but if money comes into it, she gets nervous. So I can only thank her for standing by me, believing in me, and risking our home and all we have to help people I've never met before. I think that's going to come back. I think I've made a hell of a lot of noise, and the right people have been hearing, and they're not very happy that it got to the stage that I had to personally finance such an amazing opportunity. So in the new year, I believe we're getting our money back, and I'll be a happy bunny when I do see it, because the reality is, yes, they're on low interest cards, but we've stopped spending and it's still growing. So I really need to get my cash back just to make the wife happy. But the truth of it is, when I ask myself, if I got straddled with this debt and it saved one life, would I be prepared to pay it back over 5 years? And yes, I am. I would be prepared, and I will do if that's what it takes, because that is selfless commitment to others. What is money? There's plenty of it floating about. We seem to spend a lot on a hell of a lot of things, and we need a change in direction. Things aren't working as well as some people hoped or expected. The government have been very interested. You know that I go up there, back and forth from up there, and I have I have access to the people, the right people, and I know that they do care. I think they thought things were better than they were. And, since I started this and I've been getting in contact with them relentlessly, they've really started to open their eyes and accept that, yes, there are some great charities doing some great work, but it hasn't been enough. Not to the amount of money that's been spent. So, whether people think politicians are this, that, nif, naff and trivia, but unfortunately, attacking them won't get them to help you. Excuse me. Attacking them won't get them to help you. Working with them will. And I've proven that. And I've proven that if you go to them in the right way, they will sit and talk to you. Because they're the ones that can change things. And it doesn't matter how many crusades we have. We've had various different things going on this year. And I respect that because it's had to step up. We've had to put pressure on them, But they are the only people that can change things. And I think, getting a healthy balance is what's right. And dialogue is the only way forwards. We can protest, we can march, we can starve ourselves, chain ourselves to things, X, Y, and Z. But there has to be a point where dialogue is the only way forward. So, I'm going to be watching closely some of the different things that have been going on recently. And I'm here for any of them. If I can help in any way, if I can point you in the right direction, if I can get you access to the people that make the changes, then just get in contact with me because I'll help you. I don't care who helps who. I don't care what charity helps who. I just want our brothers and sisters to be cared for. And I think people are starting to realise that now. This is bigger than my charity. We're going in for the top. We're going in for real change. Real change. I want laws changed. I want to see a veteran social services. We should all be going to there to get housing, PIP, benefits, advice, pensions. It should all be under one roof and be a separate governing body away from the MOD. That's what I think needs to happen. That's what I'm going to keep pushing. And we'll just see how it goes. Bill Malcolm is watching, Anne Gilligan. Hi guys, hi Anne. Also, I've been going backwards and forwards with Westminster about putting a veteran board on there. A board consisting of all ranks and all services and all experiences, a parent of the dead, a grieving widow, the whole variety. So when these people feel like they're not getting anywhere through their own local system or their own local council or local charities, that they've actually got somewhere to come and apply to and come and sit in front of a board of experts that can genuinely listen to them, show sympathy and empathy. Right? Not just go, that's terrible, thanks for coming, but actually follow up on their concerns and get them the answers they need and write back to them with a full report on what our findings were and where we think things have gone wrong and where you need to go. I know Tobias Elwoods is toying, the veteran minister, is toying with many different things. He's taking this very seriously, this suicide problem. He's toying with many different things, a really expensive plan, a not so expensive plan, but I think they're missing the trick. How about the free plan? Empathy, sympathy, understanding, knowledge, care, compassion. That's what some of these people need. And instead of getting to the point that they're starving themselves in protest, we could have had Gus down there 2 years ago if that board was in place, and we could have answered to a lot of his problems and a lot of his things and pushed and got it in the right way. That's what I think, personally. I don't saying I get it right, and I'm not saying I know it all, but I'd like to see it happen along those lines. So I'm going to keep poking the fire. And if anyone out there agrees with my suggestion of a balanced veteran welfare board to sit at Westminster, please get in touch, and I can give you the right emails to send your thoughts to. Because if enough of you back it, they'll do it. Susan Percival, hi Gary, hope you have a great Christmas. Thank you, Susan. I've had a bit of grief the last few days. I'm not going to go into it too much. Most people know what it's about. What I didn't want to do was react and feed the fire. I've admitted my part in it, and I only did what anyone else would do, nothing more. And I said this to him: if it was me, would you have shared it to your friends in private? And he said yes. There's the answer. But we've shook hands. He knows I'm a man of my word. I've said there will not be anything else coming from this end in any way. And there hasn't been today, to be honest. But, we can only watch and see. I wish him luck. Nothing more. Nothing more, nothing less. So that's that issue addressed. I just wanted to touch on it slightly. But please, everybody, right? This is social media. Trial by Facebook. People jump on something without knowing and understanding exactly what they're jumping on. And they just take a few words from someone as gospel. Next time, because there will be, because this is social media. People, it's easy to fall out with people over nothing. There's a lot of very ill people out there, mentally ill, with drug and alcohol problems. But next time you hear it and see it, just ignore it, like I tried to do over the weekend. Excuse me, I've got a really bad chest. So, that's the score. Hi, Gary Malloy. Lovely to see you've joined me. Steve Willows, great to see you. So, what we're going to... Yesterday, the carol concert, the carol service, mince pie bash, whatever you want to call it. It was so lovely to see yet again loads of people turn up to support us. There were people that didn't even know we were there, from the local community, because we sent out some flyers and put them through some doors. And there was a lot of residents that live right next to that fort that come down and said, finally, we're seeing the fort being used for good. And we want to help support this, and we want to help get behind this. We think it's an amazing thing that you're doing. So I'm really happy. I put a little shout out on Leave No Man Behind last night, saying how many veterans are near Portsmouth, blah, 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 blah. And I've come back. There's about 270 at the moment that many didn't even know about the fort or the project or us. So, against my wife's will, I'm going to go and open up on Sunday at midday. So any of those veterans or anyone that's local that wants to come and come down, finish off the mince pies, have a coffee, have a tour around our part and the Basher area, and just generally enjoy the fort, you're more than welcome. I'm going to be down there on at midday, despite Mrs. Weaving kicking off. Kevin McMahon, sorry Kevin, Merry Christmas, lovely. Andrew Pryor is watching, hi. Angie O'Carroll, you're always watching. Yeah, it went well. The cadets came along again. They keep supporting us. We're going to do a cadet basher special for 3 days in a few months. We're going to get them cooking over the pot. They're naval cadets. A bit of chemicals concealment. We're going to get them dirty, get them wet, keep them outside for a couple of days, do some team games with them, and command tasks. So looking forward to that. Yes, it is a place for veterans. Yes, it is a place for veterans with mental health. But also, it's very important we educate these youngsters that are planning to go into the forces. Not put them off, but educate them. And educate them with us, so they understand the sort of things that they're going to expect, and really get them thinking. I want to promote the military. I'm not anti-military, but I want to make sure that these youngsters fully understand what they're going into and what would be expected of them. And I really want to lean on the mental health side and say to them, at a young age, if you feel you've got mental health problems, it's okay to say. Because otherwise you end up like us lot, all cheese cutters, so that's important. Caroline Henton, pleasure to meet you and learn more about forgotten veterans. Thank you, Caroline. You too, my love. I'm not sure who you are, but I've got a rough idea. Catherine Leone's my beautiful sister-in-law. Hi, Catherine. Lovely to see you. Looking forward to seeing you on Boxing Day. Lovely. So, what else have I got here? So, I've talked about the fort in Scotland. I've talked about the Carol concert. I've talked about a few issues we've had, but they're all done and dusted. So what else? Come on, ask me a question. Gary Malloy builds character and discipline. Yeah, I agree. So, it's about education. It's about if we can educate them early on the things they need to be careful on, we've got more chance. Hi, Kath. We've got more chance of them going into the forces and staying there in a stable and professional and healthy way. That's what's powerful. I've also been talking to a school that would like to do a basher experience. They have an army cadet force there. And it might promote people going into the forces because we need bright, young, intelligent people. If a world war kicked off, we're screwed at the moment. We'd all be picking up arms again, marching down the road with pitchforks and BB guns. Wayne Sargent, hi Wayne. So, we need to promote the military, but we need to promote it in the right way. And that's what I believe. I've got the one of the heads of NHS England coming down to the fort in the new year. She's heard of my work because I sit on her mental health board. She was very impressed with our ethos of prevention, not cure. So hopefully we might be able to tap into some NHS funding. Even if I sent them an invoice, quarterly of names and regimental numbers and said, these people have come to the fort, these people have accessed our services, had some mental health support, and enjoyed what they were doing. I'm hoping that they may turn around and say, well, we'll give you X amount per person, And when I suggested some sort of figure, my trustee went, you should have said more. And I said, yeah, and that's the same as everyone else has done. And that's why it costs an absolute fortune. I don't want price to be a deciding factor. I want it cheap enough that they just go, send them. Send them, and him, and her, and him. Keep sending them. And then if they want to come back in 8 weeks and do it all again, and unwind and unrelease that pressure valve, they can, because it's cheap enough. And the NHS don't mind paying it if it's affordable. Hi Gary, Cadet Force Basher, great news. Looking at trying to get down to the Falk next year, fingers crossed, Martin Campbell. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. Even if you don't need help, you're welcome to come and stay. Because you can help support the brothers and sisters around you that need that support. You know, the more peer-to-peer that's done over that fireplace, the better for me, because that's what I've clocked veterans need. They need people that have been there, people that understand it, people that have walked in their shoes. And you can compare stories and compare experiences. But my team will be there, and the professional mental health people, for if it opens a box and you're struggling slightly. Obviously, it's going to be busier in the in the summer months currently. But I'm actually going to go and speak to someone about getting some possible pods or beach hut type things with insulation inside them. So during the winter months, those of a fragile nature can actually go somewhere that is warm and dry. You know, no perks, no luxuries, but a camp cot, lighting, a little bit of power, and enough room to swing a cat. So the ones out of us that are a bit scared of the cold, they won't be put off by that. I've got to be honest, this new RBL manager, Craig Spence, right? He is everything I would expect from the RBL. And since he's taken over down the south, he's appearing everywhere, he's going to all the groups, he's fighting, he's trying to make the RBL open up a little bit, and he was a corporal. So it shows that the lower ranks can get up the tree if they put the hard work in. And so, I commend Craig very much so, because, in that world, it appears that rank gets favour. So he's fought his way up, and I've got a lot of respect for that. And you can see it in his nature and his work way. So a lot of respect to Craig Spence from the RBL South. Peter Sim doing a top job. Thank you, Peter. We really appreciate that. We don't get it all right. We've made mistakes. We're improving all the time. We look back at the cases, back at the studies, and see where we can do more, where we can get this better, where we can get this tighter. We're getting a lot of new ballads come on board with the charity now, at a local level to the fort, which makes it very exciting. I've got a new media bloke called Bill, very experienced in working in the papers, so he's helping to support me in the correct way. Because unless you know all this, it's like pissing against the wind, to be honest, So if you get an insider that knows how to get their attention, this is the way forward. I know some people struggle with my way, even my own team, they do. One of them said I'm unmanageable, which I don't know if it's not a compliment, but it wasn't meant as a dig. They know what I'm like, If I see something, if I hear something, if I think something's working, if I think something's wrong, I talk to people. This is what I do. I spend my life talking to people on Facebook. What can we do to help you? How can we help you? You buy the washing machine, we'll buy the tumble dryer, And the non-egotistical people that are doing it for the right reasons, often help, you know. I'm finding there's quite a lot of jealousy at the moment. I just think, really, you know, you say you'll do anything for a veteran, but you're happy to cane and slag off another veteran that's doing it. And I think that's quite sad. And the truth is, I think if some of these people truly understood what I've had to do through my own problems to create this and get it to this far, you know, they wouldn't be so disrespectful. You wouldn't attack a blind veteran, you wouldn't attack a one with a head injury, you wouldn't attack a limbless. So why attack me? Are my injuries not sufficient? Did they not get enough sympathy? So you think it's acceptable to keep having a go at me and sending me nasty stuff in private message? But, you know, rise above, block and delete, slide along. It does get to me sometimes, I'll be honest. It does. But I'm getting stronger, and I'm just, like last weekend, don't fuel the fire. Just let them get on with it. And the truth always comes out in the end. That's the truth. Right, I've got 13 people. Are you all still watching? Give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. So, it's nearly Christmas. I'm not supposed to be working Sunday. But I'm going to go down there and open up the fort at midday in case anyone wants to come down. Because I've had quite a few people that come to me that wasn't aware of it. We've got what we got Saturday. We've got the car club, a bloke called Lewis bringing down a sort of truck full of food, non-perishables. We've got a veteran and his son going out on Christmas Day to give out food parcels to the homeless around Portsmouth, so that's going to be really good. We're also going to be boxing up a lot of it and sending it off to how do you put it, our regular customers, the ones that really, really struggle, and whatever they seem to do, they just can't get out of the hole. So we're going to send out a load of stuff as a surprise, and that's not, you know, we're not trying to make you feel bad, but if it's a box full of good food, just take it. You know, I've had I met my wife when I was 18, and we've sat there with nothing, not even enough to buy a pint of milk in our lives. So I understand, and I get it. And people sometimes are so embarrassed to ask. But I gave out thousands and thousands of pounds last year, guys and girls. It can be you. Just come to us, get assessed, and we'll help you, and we'll help you quickly. We don't share your information. It's all encrypted in files. You know, we do things properly. We're not going to put, Sam Bailey wants a packet of biscuits, aren't we? Great. We're not. It's not like that. Yeah, we do promote some of our work, but we don't use names and places. But we have to do it so people see that we're actually doing something. Hi, David Birrell. Lovely to see you. Peter Sim. So we're going to send out some food boxes next year. If you know anyone that is a little embarrassed or doesn't want to come and ask, send me a private message, send me an address, and we'll do them up something decent and send it out at full cost to us. Will we be doing this next year? We don't plan to, but this sort of group will let down the charity folded, and they had all this food, and they went to various large charities and said, can we give you this food? And they all sort of said no, but you can give us money. And someone from SAFA said, actually, go and see Gaz Weaving and Forgotten Veterans UK. So thank you to that person. So we're going to take this food off their hand and we're going to get it sent out, and we're going to put wall mats and gloves and, you know, all that sort of thing in there. And we're going to get them out over Christmas, over the New Year. So if you guys want anything, please just get in contact and we'll get it sent out. So, okay. What else? Anyone got any questions? Come on. Anyone got something to ask me? This is your point. Ask me a question and I will do my best to answer it. What am I doing for Christmas? We're staying at home because my 19 and 17-year-old want to stay at home. I feel a bit bad because my wife lives away from her family, and I was more than happy to go up there for Christmas dinner up in London, but unfortunately the children, if that's what you call them, would say we'd rather stay at home. Boxing Day we're going to go up to London and have a family meal at a pub or restaurant, so that'd be nice. Then I come home for a day or two, and then I'm off away with my beautiful wife to have a mini break, just me and her. We upgraded our room as a Christmas present to each other with a decent view, so we're going to go and have a nice time in Europe just for a few days, and then we're going to come back and get knuckled down for next year. I'm still looking for a volunteer bid writer that knows their stuff. We've got a new trustee on board, a 38-year colonel who's just left, very, very experienced, Tim, sorry, and he's going to be helping. We've got a big surprise coming in the summer, which is going to be raising money with other small charities. It's a Forgotten Veterans thing, an idea, but I wanted other well-run small charities that don't get much funding, give them a chance of getting a few quid, and, you know, supporting the charities along the south coast. We're going to be announcing that in the new year. We've been very secretive about it up to now because we've been building it behind the scenes. English Heritage and Historic England are helping back this, so you've got an idea where this may be going. So looking forward to the end of August, beginning of September next year. There'll be information out to follow in the new year. We're hoping people are going to come and support us because it's for such a good cause. It really is. Right, I think I'm waffling on. You're probably getting bored of me. I just wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you that have stood by me and stood by us, that donate on a monthly basis, £1 or £2, that buy the pens, buy the stock, got the t-shirt. You know, without you, we are nothing. Absolutely nothing. So thank you very much. And if we can improve like we did this year, the same next year, we're really going to change the world of veterans. We really are. Next year, I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on the bigger picture. Now I've got the right people in place to alleviate some of the work I have to do. I might start hitting the councils next year. I've been speaking to Derek Hunt about it, and we managed to get the council in Portsmouth to change their form on their coroner's report. Did your husband or wife ever serve? So I might use the links at the council to go and start hitting more councils next year, one by one, going to them and saying, change that form, change it so we've got a real record of suicide deaths, you know. And then you've only got to do an average or a mean of what we've got, and there's your data. There it is. So, well, Tobias Elwood promised me that this is never going to happen again. They're going to sort this out. So I'm going to be keeping to his keeping him to his word. Keep going up there to hassling him. He's not a bad old egg, I'll be honest. Keep going up there and hassling them, and making sure they're doing exactly what they said they'd do. You know. I'm going to be going down to the regional tills office soon, and I want to know everything, inside and out, how it works, what it is, who it is, why it is, what, when, why, the why, and all that. And then I can really help promote that, because I think that's the best we've got. That's the reality, and I'd like to see more veterans using it. And I want to hear your feedback on it as well, because if it needs tweaking, they're prepared to tweak it. You know, it's not this is what you're getting and that's what you've got. They want to develop the till service so it's really been beneficial to the veterans. And me and other people have been advising at the highest level on that. So excellent. Right, I'm going to go. I'm very tired, I'll be honest. I didn't sleep well last night. I had night terrors again last night. Well, I do most nights. I'm going to put my feet up. I've done some work today. I've paid a few people. I've helped a few people, and la-di-da. Even today, what we done? 3 people. 3 people we've given financial support to today. And that's what it's about. Real help. Not just talking about it, doing it. Actually doing it. Helping. I've had one fella in absolute tears today because he said, Gary, without you, I couldn't give my children anything. And without you and the charity. You know? And that's not on at this time of year, guys. Is it? Not with the amount of money that's up there. But the right people are listening, and we're going to keep helping. And that's the way it is. Callum McDermott is watching. Hi, Callum. Great that you joined me today. So, on Sunday, like I said, I'm going to go and open up the fort. Mrs. Weaving ain't happy, but when is she? I'm going to go and open the fort at midday. We've got some mince pies that have got to be eaten, X, Y and Z. So anyone that's local to Portsmouth that wishes to come to Fort Cumberland on 12 o'clock the 23rd this Sunday is welcome to come down and have a personal guided tour by yours truly. And they're in high demand. I'm slowly turning into an historian, which is weird, and a bit of a politician, which is weird. Things have changed for me, and it's been a hell of 3.5 years. I've had more operations. I've had lots of mental health help and treatment, thanks to combat stress and walking with the wounded. I'm walking better. I've lost weight. I've got to stop the fags again because my lungs, I've got a lung condition. I can hear it. But that's my fault. No one else's. I'm going to do that in January. And I'm going to lose the other 3 stone. Sexy's coming back, girls. Oh, yeah. I'm going to lose the other 3 stone. And then I'm going to look like a Juba Tube lolly because I've got some head on me. And the smaller I get, the bigger the head gets. Another little one. One of my serving brothers, one of my best friends, Jez Reynolds, he's getting married in Bali in May. And he's asked me to be his best man, which I've never done before. So I'm absolutely over the moon. Mrs. Weaving's allowed me to go to Bali for the week, a really beautiful island in Indonesia. Thank you very much, Mrs. Weaving. I appreciate that. And I'm going to go and see him off. And he's brave man because I am going to roast him. Absolute roast him. He's in trouble big time. And he knows it. All the stories, all the pictures are coming out. And it's not, he can't stop me either, so I'm going to really go for it. No, don't worry, Jez. I'm not going to destroy you that much. Well done, Rob Merry. Well done, mate, Ryan Davenport. Right, so I've opened my gob now. I've said in January I'm back on the vape and I'm off the fags. In January I'm going to lose, ongoing, before May, I'm going to lose nearly 3 stone. I'm going to get back to my pre-army weight. Because the more weight I've been losing, the better it's been on my neck, my spine, my hips, my legs. They still go. Oh God! Right, I've got to go because the helpline. Take care. I'm Gaz Weaving. Love you all. Merry Christmas.